Hello, everybody, and welcome to #Adulting. I'm really excited about today's episode. I've got McKenna here with me. We are going to be talking about citizen science because it is Citizen Science Month, and I'm so excited.
And I'm not super familiar with citizen science, so I feel like this is a really good opportunity for me to learn as well.
Yes. So citizen science is this really, really cool project that's going on globally, not even just here in Arizona or just here in the States. It's literally worldwide.
Okay, much bigger picture.
Yes. So it's basically scientists all over the world that are conducting science experiments. But because their data set is too big, or like the scope that they're trying to cover is huge, they're asking for citizens to become scientists.
Ah, I see where it plays in.
Yeah, so hence citizen science. So they're asking us to contribute to their science experiments, and so if you sign up to do a citizen science project, all of your data then will be reported back to whatever scientist is conducting the experiment, and it will become part of the experiment. So you are literally contributing to a real live science experiment that's going on throughout the world.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. And through some of these experiments and data sets, they've been able to discover things that they otherwise wouldn't be able to discover. And so, I mean, we're literally changing the world as citizen scientists.
Right, that makes sense, because they may not have access to everything that we have access to.
Correct.
Okay.
And a lot of these projects are taking place on like university campuses or in research labs or museums. I mean, it's literally all over the board as far as people conducting this. Some of them are like big corporations that are conducting experiments. I mean, it's everything.
Sure, okay.
So did you know that here at the library, you can actually become a citizen scientist by checking out a kit?
I have seen these kits around, and I know they're up at our customer service desk,
Yes.
but I'd love to hear a little bit more about it.
Okay, so we have 5 kits that you can check out currently at the library. So one of my favorite ones is zombie hunting. So there is an issue in California with flies that are like confusing bees, and they're turned into zombies, and it's killing the bee population. So obviously, like, we need bees. They pollinate farms, flowers, they do a lot of really good things, and they're already dwindling.
Yeah, save the bees.
Yes. So currently this is happening in California, and scientists want to make sure that it stays in California and doesn't spread further. So they've asked us fine folks here in Arizona to be on the lookout for zombies using citizen science kits.
Okay.
So all of the kits come with a handy dandy book that explains everything to you, and it tells you everything that is in your kit. It also gives you like a price breakdown in case you wanted to like buy one of these kits for yourself or like do some of these experiments more on your own. Then it comes with all of the tools that you need. So the zombie kit, we want to attract flies and bugs, which light is a really good way to do that. So it comes with a special light.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Yes. So it's got this fun little USB light here. It's also solar powered because we're eco-friendly.
I like it.
And then that is what you trap the zombies in.
Okay, I see how this works.
Yeah. So you hang the light from the top, and it attracts these bugs, because bees typically aren't attracted to light because they're around during the day most of the time. But once it's been turned into a zombie, they're going to start to act differently. So it's a lot of fun because, like I said, you get to see like kind of what bugs you attract, and if you get a bee, which everybody's excited, you don't want to catch a bee. That means it's a zombie, and that they're in Arizona.
Yeah, and we've got the real life Walking Dead on our hands here.
Yes.
So, okay.
Now, if you do catch something in there and you're like, I've never seen this bug before in my life, I have no idea what this is, and I want to know, this next kit is super fun and will help you do that. So this is our Exploring Biodiversity kit. And it's through an app that I will fully admit I've become addicted to.
Okay. It's called, I don't need more of those, but this one's at least educational.
Yes. It's called Inaturalist. So you download this app on your phone. It's free, and it basically connects you to scientists globally. So ours comes with this super fun little lens that you can attach to your smartphone so you can get close-ups and different angles of things. It comes with a little stand so that you can put your phone up and get some level perfect shots. And then of course your book explaining, and then it also has a notebook so that you can keep notes. So Inaturalist, so say you caught a bug in our zombie kit and you're like, what the heck is this weird looking thing? Snap a picture of it, upload it to the Inaturalist app, and scientists will respond to you like that with exactly what species of bug that is.
Wow, okay.
And because it automatically uploads your location too. So say you find some bug and it says that you're here in Surprise, Arizona, and scientists are like, well, wait a minute. That bug's not supposed to be in Surprise, Arizona. They'll ask you a bunch of questions to see like what was around the zombie or the bug at the time that you took this picture.
Wow, okay.
What time of day was it? Because they're automatically right away trying to formulate data. The fun part, so I was in Colorado and I saw a snake. I love snakes, but I didn't really know what it was. And so I was like, well, I've got my Inaturalist app. So I pulled my phone out, took a picture of it, uploaded it. I had scientists arguing over what it was.
Oh, nice. You started a discussion.
I did.
Okay.
And it was really cool to see like their scientific process and like how they determined what it ultimately was. Fun part, turned out to be venomous. So I quickly evacuated the area.
And see, that's good to know.
Yes.
So you're not hanging out longer than you need to.
Right. So it's a lot of fun. And you don't even just have to do it with like bugs or reptiles. You can take pictures of plants.
Okay.
So same thing, I've been out and seen like a flower or a plant and I'm like, well, that's really kind of funky looking. What is that? And I upload my picture and it tells me anything and everything I ever wanted to know about what type of plant it was.
Okay, perfect.
So it's a really fun app and it's a lot of fun, and you don't have to have the kit to do it. You can just do it on your phone.
Okay.
I like the kit because it kind of gives you some fun tools to do. But yeah, so that's good if you catch something in your zombie kit, you don't know what it is.
Can identify it. These kind of go hand in hand there.
A little bit, yeah. So, and then the other fun thing about that one too, like if you're going camping, you could take that and kind of discover some of the wildlife in your area where you're camping if you don't really know what's around you. Somebody pointed out something good. So like we don't really have a lot of poison oak or ivy here in Arizona. We do in northern Arizona. So it might be handy if you want to go traipsing into the wilderness.
Yeah, that'll save some problems down the line.
All right. This kit, I think, so again, not going to work great in the valley, but it'd be fun if you head up like north or even just like northern Phoenix. This is our stream mapping kit. Obviously, water is a precious commodity here in Arizona. And so we want to know where it is and where like streams have unintentionally been formed, that kind of stuff. So this is a really fun kit. It helps you stream map, which could be interesting. So again, we've got our handy dandy book, and then this comes with this fabulous little guide to help you determine just what kind of stream you're mapping. And I love it because it's got one of our library branches, White Tank, and all of the little streams that come off of the White Tank area.
Okay.
We've got compasses. We've got all sorts of fun tools in this kit too. And again, it all goes back to scientists that are doing research about this, and the Arizona Department of Environmental Quality. So you're helping a local agency with some information.
So yeah, this is nice because you can see the results helping our own community.
Absolutely, because if you think about it, Arizona's a huge state. And so for like an organization like this, I mean, yes, they have hundreds of people. It's still a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah, definitely.
And so if we, as citizen scientists, can get out there and map some of this for them and show them in like real time what's going on, it helps. So that's a fun one to do. Like I said, there are some around like the Phoenix area, but a lot of it's going to be up north because, again, we don't have a lot of water down here. All right. This last one I have here is one of my favorites and the easiest one, in my opinion, to do.
Easier than the app? Okay.
Yes. So this one, you literally just have to clip something to your backpack. That's it. That's all you have to do. Super easy. So this is air quality, which is a huge issue in Arizona. So because we live in a valley, a lot of really nasty stuff gets trapped down here. It makes it hard for people to breathe. We've now discovered that's obviously a problem. We need to keep an eye on that. So again, your fabulous little book, your science logbook. This one comes with a little tablet so that you can record the data. And then, so everybody says that this looks like a Pac-Man ghost, so it's also kind of cute to clip.
We have Blinky.
Yes. So this is your tool. This is your scientific equipment, right? It looks like a little Blinky here. So yeah, so you just clip it on, take it out with you walking or if you're going hiking, and it's measuring the air quality around you.
Okay.
So it's taking like real time in your area measurements of the air and the particulates in it and what all is in it. This little thing does a lot.
Yeah, clearly.
And then it reports it all back.
So then do you need to do anything on the tablet?
Nope, it's already synced to it. So you just, same thing, like tuck that bad boy in your backpack or your pocket, whatever, just don't lose it. And then, yeah, it records and reports all of your data.
Okay, that is definitely the easiest one, I'd say.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun. And again, they're pretty easy. There's not a lot to this. And then the last kit that we have, which is so popular, it's checked out, is measuring the night sky.
Oh, that sounds pretty.
Yes. So again, it's another really, really fun one. So as we've started developing and building, we're losing our night sky to light pollution. And so a lot of places, and here in Arizona, we have a ton of dark sky communities. So it's measuring those things, but they also want to see in areas that aren't dark sky communities, how much light pollution is out there and how much of our night sky are we losing. So it's a really fun kit. You get like a little star map. So if you don't know anything about our constellations or the stars, you can learn that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I have a favorite constellation because I'm that dork.
See, my favorite's the only one I can find, and that's the Orion's Belt.
Oh.
And that is the only one I can find.
So Orion is my favorite constellation.
Ooh.
But not because of the belt. So if you look at the belt in the sky and then you go just a little bit above, there's one star, and I remember this from being in elementary school, and it has stuck with me, and it's been my favorite. There's a star called Betelgeuse.
Oh, well, now I have a new favorite.
Yes, on Orion, and it's the part where, because Orion is standing there, and he's got his belt, and he's triumphant, and he's got one arm raised. That star is his armpit, and Betelgeuse literally means armpit of man.
Okay. I'm learning so much today. Who knew?
Like I said, as an elementary school kid, I thought it was funny, and it's just stuck in my head,
yeah.
And so now it's my favorite.
Definitely. Good reason to.
Yes. So if none of these, though, are really your jam, and you're like, but I want to do science, but these all sound boring, there's a way that you can find more. And it's on on the website for citizen science. It's called scistarter.org. And it literally has hundreds of, and you tried to search some.
I did, yeah, I searched. What I really liked is that I could filter it based on my level of willing to commit to something.
Yes.
So I could go as easy as like, I would only like to do it if it's on my phone.
Yes.
Nothing else included.
Right.
But I could also do it if I want to do something that involves like my house or my backyard, or, you know, if I wanted to not be so secluded, I could go out into the world and do it there.
Yeah. So there's tons of options. There's literally hundreds of thousands of experiments going on worldwide. And like you said, you can break it down according to your level of commitment and what you want to do. You can also search by your region. So you can limit it to just here in Arizona. There's quite a lot going on. You can do it by price because not all of them are free. So you can, there's lots of different ways that you can filter it. Did you find one that you liked that you were like, oh, I might want to do that?
It was a little overwhelming with all of the options, honestly.
It's a lot.
It was hard to narrow it down. I ended up saving a lot. There was one that I saw that it was about, like your dog's bark.
Oh.
And so I was like, oh, my dog barks a lot. Let's put that to some use.
Right.
And make it productive.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I paged that, and I want to look at it a little bit more later.
Interesting. So I know one of our coworkers, she has one that she's obsessed with, and it is mapping the RNA of DNA. I think I got that right.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. But they turned it into a video game. So it's like a video game that you get to play, and you're mapping and like matching DNA. So it's kind of cool. It's a lot of fun. I haven't tried playing it yet, but I really want to because it sounds fun, and she makes it sound super exciting. I have one that I tried that it's taking place globally. But okay, so I'm obsessed with hummingbirds. I love hummingbirds.
They're beautiful.
Right? They're really pretty. I'm amazed at how fast their wings move. Like, it's just kind of I'm just obsessed.
It's like always a challenge to get them to land on your finger.
Yes. So scientists are realizing, because everybody wants to see hummingbirds, so everybody puts up hummingbird feeders, right? I know I have 2 at my house. I don't know if you have any. Scientists are noticing that hummingbirds are maybe not looking for flowers so much anymore.
Really?
That they've realized, I don't have to go find a flower. I can just go find a hummingbird feeder.
Oh, wow.
Right? So it's our impact on nature.
They've seen the fast food drive-through. They're like, I don't have to go out looking. It's right here.
Pretty much, right? Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I never would have thought that, and now I feel a little guilty about my
I know. Are we hurting or helping?
Right?
Scientists need to know. Literally.
Yeah. So they're looking for, so you just download an app on your phone. It's free. And then basically if you see a hummingbird eating, you take a picture of it, and then you upload whether it was on a feeder or a plant.
Okay.
And kind of your relative location. And then scientists are going to put all of that data together and see if we're seeing more hummingbirds at feeders or if we're seeing more hummingbirds out in nature.
Okay.
So
I can see how that would be really important.
Right? So it's kind of cool that you get to participate like in that kind of scientific, and something that, like I said, I never would have thought about.
Yeah.
And then once I found it on the SciStarter website, I was like, oh, do I need to take down my hummingbird?
Right. Do it so we can figure this out.
But then I started thinking, and I was like, oh, but if they're only eating at my hummingbird feeders, am I going to starve the poor little guy?
Right. Is he just going to find another one? Like,
yeah. So scientists' inquiring minds want to know. So yeah, citizen science has something for everybody, for all ages, families, individuals. It's got everything. And tip for those teens out there watching, one of these might count as extra credit or a science experiment in school.
Oh, okay.
Yes, some teachers have gotten hip to the citizen science movement and will let you do one of these experiments as like a science experiment in school or extra credit. So.
Okay, so could you potentially also get kudos from the teacher bringing this to their attention if they didn't already know about it?
I mean, I would think so.
I feel like it's worth a shot.
Right? Right? So keep that in mind, guys.
Definitely.
Yeah. So get out there. For the entire month of April is Citizen Science Month, and become a citizen scientist and try out some of these cool things. Like I said, we've got the kits here at the library that you can check out. If they are checked out, that's fine. You can be on a waiting list, or you can just keep checking back. We do have 5 kits, so hopefully they don't go anywhere.
Yes. And we do have a lot of bookmarks up at the front desk too that give you information on it. So if you are standing by and waiting, you can feel free to grab those just to get a little bit more information about them.
Yeah. And you can always check out scistarter.org and see if there's other experiments that you can do now while you're waiting for these. Yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you, McKenna.
Thank you so much. I feel like I learned not only about the kits, but I learned about astronomy and about hummingbirds and their downfall. So I'm excited.
All good things. All right, we will see you guys next time for #adulting. Bye.
Bye.